Hello, students. It's time for our problem of the day. It's math time, so let's get started. Before we get into our lesson, we always say our math norms. So read them with me, guys. Our math norms. Listen to classmates and teachers. We appreciate mistakes because that's learning. We can learn from each other because we all do math at high levels. Math is about creativity and solving problems. Speed is not a math value, and math talk is necessary. All right, guys, also to remind you that there are many different ways that you can solve a problem. You could use visuals, which would be kind of like drawing it out using pictures. You can also use numbers and symbols. That's symbolic, kind of like writing out the equations. Verbal is talking through the problem, which is a great way to work collaboratively. Contextual is writing out the problem. So that's if you like to see things in kind of like real world context. And then physical is using manipulatives. So for instance, if we were working on counting money, you'd actually have the money in front of you. Okay? All right, it's time for the problem of the day. Guys, I thought for today we'd start off with one that's more of a review so that we could build up to some other problems. It's been a while since we've had math in school, so I thought, you know what, let's start with some place value. So what I want you to do now is to pause the video and I want you to think about how could you solve this problem. So basically you need to figure out where do the ones go. 10,000s. And if some of these words look really unfamiliar, then why don't you take a guess and see where you think they might go. I'm going to pause the video right now because to be honest, I'm eating lunch. So I'm going to pause it, take a few bites, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, and then we'll go over the answers. Bye for now. Hey friends, I'm back. I had a few bites of my taco salad. It was rather delicious. I hope you've been enjoying your time at home and spending time with your family. And now it's time to get back into our problem of the day. So I hope you've been writing this down either on a piece of paper or using your iPad to move the words into their correct place value. So we're going to start today with one of the ones that I happen to find the most easy, and that is the ones place. So what I do is I just bring my word ones and I'm going to put it right here and then I'm going to slant it kind of like this. So then I'll have more room for my other place value numbers. Here's the deal though. Ones always come right to, well, I'm going to say to the left of the decimal point. So ones are the immediate number to the left of the decimal point. Then after ones, guys, what comes next? You are correct. The tens, let me just slant it a little too. And we have ones, tens, what's next? You're right again, hundreds. Oopsies, made a little mistake there. So we're gonna move our hundreds, we're gonna just tilt it, just like that. Ones, tens, hundreds, you are correct, it's thousands. Thousands next, there it is. Had to figure out where I put it there. So I'm gonna slant my thousands right there. And what I like about thousands is we have the comma right after the thousands, so that kind of reminds you of the place value there. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. You're right. 10,000s is next. 10,000s. I'm going to line that one right up there. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. You're right. Again, it is, uh-oh, where did it go? Because it's 100,000s. Oh, there it is. Again, I don't even know where I put it. That's kind of silly. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're starting after the decimal point and we're counting up. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Yes, after the second comma, it's time for the millions. the millions. All right, moving that right in. After millions, you guessed correctly, it's 10 millions. 10 millions. Then after the 10, oh, I had two 10 millions. Wow. Too bad I don't have that in real life, right, guys? After the 10 millions, it's gonna be 100 millions. Here you go. And the last and biggest number on our chart today would be billions. Billions is going there, and if you notice, that would be after the third comma. Okay? Now we've got these numbers here that have the TH at the end. So we've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So when we think of tenths, we will go right after the decimal point here on the right side of the decimal point. A tenth is 1/10 of a 1. So that sounds a little tricky, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. Then we have hundredths. Ooh, I better angle this one a little differently. And then lastly, I have thousandths. When we are talking money, oops, I got a little mixed up there. When we're talking money, we talk about a lot of times tenths and thousandths. So for instance, let me just get my typing out. So if let's say I did my chores around the house and my parents said, "Excellent job, Mrs. Zobitz. You get $15.25 for your allowance this week." And I would say, "Sweet," because currently my allowance is 0. So if I got $15.25, I'd be pretty happy. So if we think about the, oh, pardon me, there we go. If we think about this 25 cents, the 2 is in the tenths spot and the 5 is in the hundredth spot. And if we think about it, $1 is 100 cents. So that would be 25 cents is 1/4 of a dollar, right? And it would be 2/10, and then also 5/100ths. So what we'd say is 25/100ths of a dollar is 25 cents. So awesome, awesome. Guys, you worked hard today. I'm proud of you. Tomorrow we have another problem of the day, and it's gonna be different because you know the problems of the day vary greatly because I like to keep it interesting and fun for you. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.